إن الحمد لله نحمده ونستعينه ونستغفره. نعوذ بالله من شرور أنفسنا وسيئات أعمالنا. من يهده الله فلا مضل له ومن يضلل فلا هادي له. وأشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له، وأشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله صلى الله عليه وآله وسلم. أما بعد، فإن أصدق الحديث كتاب الله، وأحسن الهدي هدي محمد صلى الله عليه وسلم، وشر الأمور محدثاتها، فإن كل محدثة بدعة، وكل بدعة ضلالة، وكل ضلالة في النار. نعوذ بالله من النار. أما بعد, brothers and sisters in Islam, Assalamu alaikum. Today, Wednesday, the 14th of Ramadan, 1444 after Hijrah. Inshallah, we're going to continue tafsir this day. If you don't forget, if you can recall, we are in Surah Al-Baqarah, and we have reached verse 113. We're going to start today, inshallah, 114. The last verse, Allah Ta'ala discussed on what the Jews and the Christians told each other. The Jews said the Christians were just doing nothing, wasting their time. Same thing, the Christians told the Jews that they were just wasting their time, they were not worshiping. And even the atheists, the polytheists, also believe that no one, knows Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala besides them. But that is how there is Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has mentioned. So maybe two verses before this. That those who submit themselves totally to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala are the ones getting the paradise. Not just because you are a Jew, or because you are this or that, but how well you worship Allah matters. Today, we're going to discuss when Allah says, وَمَنْ أَظْلَمُ مِمَّنْ مَنَعَ
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. ومن أظلم ممن منع مساجد الله أن يذكر فيها اسمه وسعى في خرابها. أولئك ما كان لهم أن يدخلوها إلا خائفين. لهم في الدنيا خزي ولهم في الآخرة عذاب عظيم.
Now, Allah says, وَمَنْ أَظْلَمُ مِمَّنْ مَنَعَ مَسَاجِدَ اللَّهِ أَنْ يُذْكَرَ فِيهَا اسْمُهُ وَسَعَى فِي خَرَابِهَا. Who is the worst, offender? Who is the most, dangerous person than somebody that prevents people to enter into Allah's mosque and worship Allah, mention His name, not just even preventing them from entering into the mosque. He even made effort to demolish the mosque. This is the worst person ever. The worst person is somebody that prevents people to worship Allah in Allah's masjid, and even go ahead and to demolish the mosque. You have people like that have these guts. Even say, let's demolish the mosque, so that they should not serve or worship Allah here. It's wrong. It's very, very bad that you demolish Allah's mosque. In fact, you are the worst, one of the worst persons on earth. Some scholars say there was a time when a Jewish king from Rome, tried to demolish Baitul Maqdis, Allah's second holiest mosque, or third holiest mosque in Islam. And even, prevented people from coming to Baitul Maqdis to worship Allah, and even, went ahead to demolish the mosque. Because scholars say, no, this statement is general. Anyone that, tries to prevent people from coming to the mosque and pray, or even demolish the mosque, is one of the worst persons. So how much you prevent people from worshiping Allah, how bad it becomes. So you have to make things easier for people to worship Allah. Then you earn reward. But if you try to prevent people from worshiping Allah, you are sinning, and in fact you are one of the worst inhabitants of the earth. Allah says, أُولَٰئِكَ مَا كَانَ لَهُمْ أَن يَدْخُلُوهَا إِلَّا خَائِفِينَ. Those are the kind of people that will never enter into Allah's qada, that is hukum, or let's say Jannah. لا إلا خائف ما كان لهم أن يدخلوها تلك المساجد إلا خائفين, except that they are afraid themselves. They can never enter into the mosque except they are afraid. If you have tyrant rulers that prevent people from coming to worship Allah, you will see people, if they want to come and worship Allah, they are afraid. They have to hide themselves or give certain excuses before they can leave the office or their posts to come and pray. So any person that scares away people from Allah is one of the worst creation. Allah says, أُولَٰئِكَ مَا كَانَ لَهُمْ أَن يَدْخُلُوهَا. This kind of people are so scared, afraid that they cannot come to the mosque, except they are afraid. They will hide themselves. They will give certain excuses to be allowed to come to the mosque. Then Allah said, لَهُمْ فِي الدُّنْيَا خِزْيٌ. Then these tyrant rulers that scare people away from Allah's worshiping places, لَهُمْ فِي الدُّنْيا, they will have in this world خِزْيٌ, disgrace. وَلَهُمْ فِي الْآخِرَةِ عَذَابٌ عَظِيمٌ, and on the day of judgment they will have severe punishment. So it's not enough that they prevented people from coming to the mosque and scared them away, that Allah will just disgrace them in this dunya, but in the day of judgment it's going to punish them again. So if you are a boss, you are terrorizing your juniors, you are not allowing them to come to worship Allah, know that you are bound to be disgraced in this world, and then in the day of judgment, if you have not repented, a severe punishment. But if you repent, Allah forgives all that happened. May Allah forgive us. So whatever has to do with Allah's worship, you have to encourage it, promote it, invite people to it. Don't scare away people. Don't overburden people in such a way that they will fail to attain things that will promote Islam. Try to say that you encourage it, you support it. Otherwise, You are bound to fail in this world and in the day of judgment also. Allah prevent us from having torment here and hereafter. Allah says, وَلِلَّهِ الْمَشْرِقُ وَالْمَغْرِبُ
ولله المشرق والمغرب فأينما تولوا فثم وجه الله إن الله واسع عليم.
Now, Allah says, وَلِلَّهِ الْمَشْرِقُ وَالْمَغْرِبُ. To Allah belongs all the east and the west. That is everything everywhere. To Allah belongs everything. فَأَيْنَمَا تُوَلُّوا. Wherever you face, while trying to worship Allah, فَثَمَّ وَجْهُ اللَّهِ, you will also find acceptance. Allah's acceptance there. Allah will accept your prayer. That's why you see Kaaba is, religiously in the center of the world. So we face different directions. You face Kaaba. Some of us face the east, while others face the west. We are in the western part of the Kaaba, we face the east, so such that we face the Kaaba. Those that are located southern part of the Kaaba will face the north. That's why when you see us, directly in Kaaba, we are, circling each other. You see the same row, somebody is facing another somebody on the other side of the Kaaba. So facing east or north or west or south, it's not the case in fact. It's facing the Kaaba. Scholars say when you are at loss, you could not identify the Qibla. And you have done your best and say, to my understanding, the Qibla is to this direction. And you pray. After praying, you discover that you prayed the wrong direction. Your salah is accepted. Because Allah says, وَلِلَّهِ الْمَشْرِقُ وَالْمَغْرِبُ فَأَيْنَمَا تُوَلُّوا فَثَمَّ وَجْهُ اللَّهِ. But if you are facing the Kaaba, you can see the building of the Kaaba, and you decide to just, you are facing the direction, but you miss Kaaba a little bit, maybe an inch. Your prayer is invalid, it's not correct. You have to face the building. That if you are praying inside the mosque, make sure that you look at the building of the Kaaba before you say your takbir. Because there are instances that you see you are missing the building just by an inch or two towards the left or towards the right. When you just show, I don't care attitude, you might be wrong that you are not facing Kaaba. When Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, وَوَلِّ وَجْهَكَ شَطْرَ الْمَسْجِدِ الْحَرَامِ. So when you know the direction of the Kaaba, you have no reason to miss it. But when you cannot actually say this is the direction, do your own little research, the best you can, and make sure that yes, your mind is at rest, at ease, that yes, this, to my understanding, is the direction of Kaaba. And when you pray, even if you miss the target, your prayer is still valid. Why? Wherever you face, there you also find Allah's acceptance. But this one is not saying that you should do it intentionally. You miss the target. Knowingly, no. But if you have exhausted all the efforts, all the knowledge you know about the direction of Kaaba, but you mistake is just human. Mistake is human. Allah has promised to forgive us all our mistakes. You understand? So, to my understanding, as long as you are facing the direction, there's no point in, this is the way we build our mosque. When you go to such mosque, you see the mats, prayer mats are tilted in such an angle that you will be surprised. What is this? What are these? They say somebody brought a compass, a computer, and then when we, look for the direction, we saw that we are missing. Who told you that we are missing? Nobody. Scholars say when you see the building, that's when you must not miss it. But when you are far away, Allah says, face the direction. Turn your faces to that direction, and the direction is far and wide, wider than the building. So as long as you are facing, for example, in Nigeria, as long as you are facing the east, you are facing the direction that Allah says you should. Nobody can tell you that you are missing Kaaba, except if he has maybe a rope on top of the building of Kaaba and then you drag it to your country and hold it up. Then you say this is the direction exactly. Computers give you what they have fed. Garbage in, garbage out. The calculation given to certain computers are the results they would produce. If somebody brought, a certain computer, and after he has done all the explanation, if somebody brought another computer, you will see slightly different results. So you keep getting slightly different results, and you keep turning the prayer mats until you go 360 degrees. As long as you have done your best, don't turn the prayer mats. Allow it. We don't need to say after you have done all this. Somebody will go and say, let me get away from Kaaba, let's turn the prayer mats. Then we start, pulling off these carpets and then turning them, creating more difficult. And Islam is the religion of peace. Have you done your own? You hold your best findings and calculations to see that you are on the right path? Yes. But then later, we are wrong. Allah will forgive you. فَأَيْنَمَا تُوَلُّوا فَثَمَّ وَجْهُ اللَّهِ. So wherever you face, you see Allah's acceptance there. There's one general explanation of scholars will forgive that sometimes one day the companions of the Prophet were traveling. They had to pray differently, during the night. There was no light then. So each one of them did, his best to see that he has prayed in the direction of Qibla. And then he drew a line to show where he faced. But in the morning, they discovered that all of them were wrong. All of them were wrong. And the Prophet didn't ask them to repeat that prayer. You understand? Allah said, فَأَيْنَمَا تُوَلُّوا فَثَمَّ وَجْهُ اللَّهِ. What is not accepted is that, one, you are facing the wrong way. You went ahead and prayed. It's not accepted. That was not accepted. Or two, you are seeing the building of Kaaba and you are facing slightly away. That too is not accepted. But all other episodes you're going to give are just accepted. Don't burden or overburden yourself by turning, the prayer mats towards the left or towards the right. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala help us. Then finally Allah says, Inna Allah wasi'un alim. Allah has bountiful, mercies. Plenty of mercies. He forgives simple errors without even you asking for forgiveness. Allah will just forgive you. Alim, He knows whether you are truthful or not, whether you have done your best, calculations and permutations to see that you are facing the right Qibla or not. Allah knows. You understand? Because He's the one that accepts the prayer. So the best you do, Allah will accept. But if you refuse to do any homework to find out exactly where the Qibla is, where the Kaaba is, then that's an error for you. And Allah may not accept this. But as long as you have done your best, Allah knows. Allah accepts our best. Allah says,
وقالوا اتخذ الله ولدا سبحانه بل له ما في السماوات والأرض كل له قانتون.
now Allah said, وقالوا اتخذ الله ولدا. Some say Allah has a son. These are the Christians. They say son of God. But sometimes in the Bible they call pious people as sons of God. But they want to show that Jesus is a special son of God. They say begotten son. And saying begotten son is an animal act. You are saying as if Allah subhanallah has a wife. And that wife, gave birth to his only son, Jesus. This is blasphemy. That's why Allah said, Subhanallah. Allah is too holy to have a son. Because as humans, when you need a son, it's because of two things. When you are weak and aged, you want somebody to help you. You have a son close by. Or when you die, you have somebody to inherit you. But Allah does not get sick. He doesn't even, sleep. لا تأخذه سنة ولا نوم. And he's ever living. He doesn't die. So he doesn't need an heir. He doesn't need that. As long as he's not weak, so why should he need a helper? Notice it. So you can see logically saying Allah has a son is wrong. It's blasphemy. Allah said in Surah Taha, is it Taha or Maryam, that وَقَالُوا اتَّخَذَ الرَّحْمَنُ وَلَدًا. They say Allah the most merciful. لَقَدْ قُلْتُمْ شَيْئًا إِلَّا. You have said something that is blasphemous. How can you ascribe son to Allah? Is he weak? Is he going to die? The answers are no. تَكَادُ السَّمَاوَاتُ يَتَفَطَّرْنَ مِنْهُ. The heavens, all the heavens, 7 heavens, will nearly burst because you say Allah has. They shiver, they are afraid, they are scared that somebody is ascribing son to God. وَتَشَقُّ الْأَرْضُ وَتَخِرُّ الْجِبَالُ حَدًّا. And the earth almost, tear apart, and the mountains will become, disintegrated, such that they become just like flour or something, very powdered. Why? They all were afraid that you have said Allah has. وَمَا يَنبَغِي لِلرَّحْمَنِ أَن يَتَّخِذَ وَلَدًا. It's not befitting of Allah to have a son. Because if you say Allah has a son, then definitely you will say He has a wife. And you know what wives are. So, is he going to be, his wife, or, taking care of the creation? There's no 1 second that Allah is not, taking care of the creation. Every second Allah is busy. taking care of the creation. So everything you see beside Allah is a creation of Allah. Everything beside Allah is Allah's creation. بَلْ لَهُ مَا فِي السَّمَاوَاتِ وَالْأَرْضِ. Allah has everything in the heavens and everything on earth. All these are Allah's belongings. He alone created everything. Allah lahu al-khalq wal-amr. For that reason, He alone can give directives, throughout. Tabarakallahu Rabbul Alamin. Since nobody has created anything, then He has nothing against anyone. He cannot ask us to worship Him, but Allah that has created everyone can ask us to worship Him. I hope you get it. Nobody has that authority to say, worship me. Not even prophets, not angels. No one except Allah Tabaraka wa Ta'ala. Why? Because He alone created everything and everyone. So only Him can ask everyone to worship Him. And everyone worship Allah taw'an wa karhan, willingly or unwillingly. Even the non-Muslims, even the non-believers, even the atheists, the kuffar, worship Allah. Maybe not willingly, but the believers worship Allah willingly. We worship Allah, once we pray, we do fasting, and we give zakat, we visit the holy mosque, Kaaba for pilgrimage or lesser pilgrimage, and other things. We know all these are acts of devotion. And we are doing it willingly for Allah to reward us and enter us into Jannah. But there are others that refuse to willingly worship Allah. The kuffar. But they do worship Allah. Naturally, they have to eat, they have to sleep, they have to pass excreta. They have to do all these are also acts of worship. No kafir can ever say, I will stay 1 year without eating. You can never do that. No one will say, I will not breathe air for 1 hour. All these are also acts of worship. Unknown to us. Unknown to us. One German scientist showed, a diagonal, section of the lungs. And in the lungs, there are holes that, when you breathe, the air circulates. But then in one, arm of the lung, you see La ilaha illallah, and the other one, Muhammad Rasulullah. And this is in every human being. So whether the kafir has lungs, and he breathes with his lungs, breathing La ilaha illallah and Muhammad Rasulullah from his lungs. While on the other hand, he's ascribing, stunting to Allah, doing shirk, doing kufr. So we all worship Allah taw'an wa karhan, whether we like it or not. Allah. And Allah says, وَإِذَا قَضَى أَمْرًا. And if you want to execute anything, فَإِنَّمَا يَقُولُ لَهُ كُنْ فَيَكُونُ. Allah will only give the order, be, and it is. Scholars say, this is also part of the qadr of Allah that He does not want to change. That to say be to something before it becomes. Allah does not need to say be for something to become. If He just intends it, it will become. But Allah, made it upon Himself that He said, He will say be and it becomes. What we are saying is that even if Allah does not say be, He intends that thing will become. And it will be as perfect as Allah needs it. There's no time that Allah, improve the creation that He has done. Say human beings, maybe we had one eye, on the forehead. Then after some millions of years, Allah improved the creation of human beings to give us 2 eyes or 1 hand, and then now we have, as other beings metamorphose. When Allah wants to create something, He said, be, and it becomes. As perfect as Allah wants it. Human beings have been this created, this beautiful, this good, right from the creation of Adam alayhi salam. So you can see the theory of evolution cannot hold water. It's wrong to say initially human beings were, reptiles, or they started from water. Then sometimes they will come out of the water, just like amphibians, and then go back to the water again. Then they left the water, but crawling on 4 legs, and you have tail behind you, just like a lizard or crocodile. Then after some years, the first 2 legs, became shorter, and the other was longer. This theory of evolution. Don't need to explain everything. It's wrong. It's not true. It's not true. Allah created you as human as you are, not a crocodile. There was never a time that you were a crocodile or chimpanzee. No. You have been created human being and the best of creation. Alhamdulillah. لقد خلقنا الإنسان في أحسن تقويم. Allah said, you have indeed created the human being in the best form of creation. You were never a monkey. No time in your history that you humans were monkeys. No. That theory of evolution is ungodly. It's wrong. So you see, if Allah wants something, He just say be, and it becomes. And as perfect as Allah wants it. فإذا قضى وإذا قضى أمرا فإنما يقول له كن فيكون. That's Allah. Then Allah says what?
بديع السماوات والأرض وإذا قضى أمرا فإنما يقول له كن فيكون.
بديع السماوات والأرض. Allah created the heavens and the earth. Badiyah, that is creation without seeing past example. It's your own child of the child of your own brain. You thought of it and you did it as perfect as you want. That's Allah. He never saw the creation of heavens or earth somewhere that He copies. No, there was no copyright. Allah didn't copy from anyone. He has never seen the examples of the heavens and earth somewhere. He did it Himself, and as perfect as you can see, right from the creation up to this time, you have never seen any faults in the heavens. To say that the heavens are cracked, aliens are coming in. Although I've seen a viral video that says, some aliens were, coming in consider things. fake videos. Do you understand? There was never a time when you see, the sun coming into the earth. Do you understand? There's never a time that these, systems, are, hitting each other. Everyone has its own orbit. Everyone. Every of the creation, has its own orbit, and it circulates around the sun if it's a solar system. And there was, and there is no time that each orbit, crashes with another. No. And that creation is perfect. He has never seen these examples before, and up to now we have never seen fault from the creation. بديع السماوات والأرض وإذا قضى أمرا فإنما يقول له كن فيكون. If He wants something to happen, He just say be, and it becomes. Allah says what?
وقال الذين لا يعلمون لولا يكلمنا الله أو تأتينا آية كذلك قال الذين من قبلهم مثل قولهم تشابهت قلوبهم قد بينا الآيات لقوم يوقنون.
وقال الذين لا يعلمون, those among the Jews that are ignorant, the ignorant ones will say, لولا يكلمنا الله, why did Allah speak to us directly? أو تأتينا آية, or a kind of, eye, something that will, accept and agree is from Allah, like sending down something that we see it. This is not of this world, and it's because of us, Allah, to give us, evidence, ayah, that He is one that sends these messengers. Then Allah is sending down these things. These are ayahs that, yes, we believe. As if they're saying, the messengers are just lying. Subhanallah. Why didn't Allah speak to us directly? Then if Allah will speak to you, then there's no need of sending messengers. He sent a messenger while He speaks to you directly. The messenger will even complain and say, Allah has no use if you can talk to them directly. So Allah is Allah. The messenger is messenger. He's one that receives messages from Allah to Allah's creation. So these are just kuffar thoughts. كذلك قال الذين من قبلهم. The same thing, those before them, the atheists, polytheists, those that do not worship Allah, they worship idols, and some will not worship anything again. They also said the same thing. If Allah were true, why wouldn't He have spoken to us directly? Let Him tell us that He is Allah, worship me. Why would He have to send somebody? They said that. So now the Jews are just saying what others have said already earlier on. Allah said, "Tashabahat qulubuhum." Their minds are the same, are alike. All the non-Muslims, they think the same. They think the same. They refuse to, give Allah His divinity, His right. They will always want to challenge Allah Tabaraka wa Ta'ala. They have the same mindset. قَدْ بَيَّنَ الْآيَاتِ لِقَوْمِ يُوقِنُونَ. Allah said, we always, calendars and whatever have you are just guides. They guide you. They are not 100% perfect. You understand? So don't rely on them 100%. When, for example, the calendar says we're going to have Zuhri prayer 12:30, and you check around you, and it's not exactly 12:30, don't rely on the calendar. Now rely on your findings. You understand? Okay? About the Qibla. Yes, I'm coming to that. So what I'm saying is that all these are to guide human efforts. They are not to be relied 100%. The Prophet said, do not rely on calculations. When you want to look for the moon, rely on human eyes. If you see the new moon, start fasting. وَإِذَا رَأَيْتُمُوهُ فَأَفْطِرُوا. And when you see the next new moon, then you stop fasting. But nowadays you can do our calculations and see when the new moon is going to appear. For this year, it said around 5 something p.m. 5 o'clock after Asr prayer. It's not visible to the human naked eyes. So we don't rely 100% on that. What I mean is that if you are confused, you don't know where the Qibla is, and you have this compass in your set, maybe just try to open it and then it will give you a clue. So all these are just clues, guides, but they should not be 100% reliable. What I mean is that if somebody that has, practical knowledge of the Qibla tells you that Allah, this is the Qibla. Don't argue to say, but it's just slightly to the right. Face where this local person will tell you. I hope it's clear now. MashaAllah. I didn't mean that all these compasses are wrong or should not be used. No, but they should be us. They should be our guide. So that's where I'm on. That's the shirya da mu. Kamar calendar. That's shirya da mu cewa lokacin sallah azhar kamar dai lokaci kaza. To za ka fara neman lokacin daga daidai lokacin. Wata zai tsaya daidai lokaci kaza. Ko dai a rana kaza. To za ka. But don't say because the calendar has said this, I must not pray Suhri until I reach this. No. These are human efforts. Infallible human efforts. You can have mistakes. And as I've said earlier on, even computers rely on the information they were fed. You can give the computer this information, maybe the equation is the same. But you might have variables. Then how do you feed this computer with these variables? It depends on human efforts also. So that's why you see slight differences in calculations using different systems of computers. Not all computers give you the same result. No. It's not true. When you have like hundreds, 200, 300, different sets of computers, and you have given each one of them the information you want, you will see slight differences in almost all of them. Yes, computers can make calculations as accurate as possible, but they depend on what human beings feed them. And human beings are liable to errors. So that's why computers can also go wrong. I'm not saying that I'm not a computer a specialist, but I know this because I've read many books that they say garbage in, garbage out. The way you feed the computers is the way they give you answers. Not the fault is not with the computers, but the information you feed them. So what I'm saying is that if somebody uses his system to tell you that you should count the prayer mat slightly to the right, and if somebody else, after a year or two, brings his own different system, he will tell you that you were right. Now, why did you turn the prayer mat? Say, about computer. Well, this one also is computer. Maybe if someone comes after a year or so, you say, turn it a little bit to the left. So you'll keep turning your prayer mats for as long as eternity. So what I'm saying is that Allah did not say you must get it 100% right, but face the direction. Face the direction. Even if you are slightly to the left or slightly to the right, you are still right. You are still right. But scholars say if you are seeing the building of Kaaba, then whatsoever you must not miss it, even an inch or two to the left or to the right. You must be accurate. They say when you want to say your first takbir, always face the Kaaba. Open your eyes and see that am I facing the Kaaba? Yes, then you say your first takbir. But if you are away, as far as Nigeria, you don't need to say that I must exactly face the building of the Kaaba. How can you see the building? So that's what I explained during, the tafsir. May Allah
وكيف الحال يا تلميذ جميع الحال في النعم.
جزاك الله أستاذي بدار الخلد ذا القمم.
بها أنهار من لبن وخمر ما لها سقم.
FARISMA HAUSA TV sabuwar tasha yayi tasha mai tafiya da zamani domin 'yan zamani da take samar da shirye-shirye a manhajar YouTube, bangaren karatun malaman sunna, karatun alkur'ani mai girma, koyarwa na addinin musulunci har ma da darussan yara ƙanana da dai sauransu. A FARISMA HAUSA TV za ku samu abubuwa da za su amfane ku a rayuwanku, su amfane ku a nan duniya har ma da gobe alkiyama.
ba ta tafiya ne bai daya a
tasha da gurin ta al'umma da take domin al'umma saboda na yi man dacewa. Garzaya manhajar YouTube a wayarka ta hannu ka shiga alamar sat ka nemi FARISMA Hausa TV. Bayan ka neme ta ka danna alamar ƙararrawa domin samun shirye-shiryen wannan tasha a koda yaushe. Kasance da FARISMA Hausa TV domin amfanin